As we go to air tonight, Australia has moved into unprecedented territory. In just a matter of hours, the country will go into lockdown. After the first meeting of the Coronavirus War Cabinet with all state and territory leaders, the Prime Minister has today declared a compulsory universal self-isolation for any person.
2018, I decided to have my last drop of alcohol. Now, I didn't have a problem with drinking. I became a problem with drinking. I was making problematic decisions. Just my life in general. My health was deteriorating. I wasn't putting enough time into my training, which is my main go-to, my medicine. It's what stimulates my mind. It's what keeps me going, and that started to feather away. So I spent less time doing my training, ultimately leading into my mental health becoming, less optimistic. And so I had to give up the drink. In 2018, I said, that's it, that's my last drop. Now, like I said, drinking wasn't the problem. It's the decisions I made when I was on the drink. Drinking is drinking. Alcohol is its own substance. It's the decisions that I made when I was with the alcohol. And that goes with anything. Whatever you consume within yourself, it's the decisions that you make with what you attach yourself with. So for me, I had to make that decision. I came to a point in my life where I decided, what more is there? Should I go down this road and seek the answer? What more is there to life? Or should I just ignore that question and just keep going down, continue on with the drinking and the nightclub scenes? Because evidently one thing kept leading to another. It started off as a social drink, and then next thing I was working in nightclubs as a club host, and I was running events, and starting from Thursday nights all the way to Sunday. Monday, Tuesday I was recovering. By Wednesday I would hit the gym, start to feel good about myself, and then Thursday I was back in the swing of things, entertaining people, giving bottle services and whatnot. And again, I came to the point where I started asking the questions, there has to be more to life. It just can't be about high fives and getting drunk from Thursday to Sunday, and I didn't come this far to get this far. And so ultimately I started seeking the answer to the question, what more is there to life? So 2018, I said no more. And here we are now, and still seeking the answer. I don't think there is an answer to what is there to life. It's the journey. It's constantly unraveling things along the way, discovering more. That could be for you, wherever you're at. Are you constantly committed to something that serves you no purpose? You're putting a lot of time into it only to get just your time being gone. You're not getting much in return for your investment. And you might have to ask the question, what more is there? Is this it? Start seeking the answer to that. Start going down that rabbit hole and see where it leads you. Or you can just ignore the question and go down the road of doing what it is that you're doing. And again, none of these roads are right or wrong. It just depends, what kind of life do you want? What kind of life do you ultimately want to live? What does a good life mean to you? Does it mean for you to be in control, for you to discover, to seek, to question, to go on this journey? Or is it just about whatever? ultimately it's up to you. For me, I'm living the best life I've ever lived, and I had to go through that dark moment of my life, that health tearing moment, and as sad as it sounds, that's the best thing that happened to me, because I've got something to look back on and say, that's not the guy I want to be. I want to be this guy that wakes up, that's got this active lifestyle, that puts in, into this trainings, that's got this mindset that's just sharp every time, that wants to be around people that talk positive, optimistic, thinking big, chasing dreams, discovering, and that's where I want to be. And I found myself being surrounded by those individuals. Some you meet along the way with these vlogs, and yeah, so that's where we're at right now. That's what the journey of asking what more is there to life has led to me being here where I am right now and being blessed with the surroundings of these beautiful humans that I've met along the way. And so I continue to ask the question, what more is there? And I know it always ends like this. You are more than what you've become. You're more than what happens to you. All right, Joe. One.
Hello, I'm Travis Ross, aka YT Dingo.
Digging it down under, underground dander, train my whack pack to act like cats, incredibly agile, wary and aloof, independently intelligent to rival primate suits, flexing ability, flexible like snake, reflexes able to dodge, stepping on race, watch us, turning our heads 360, it's time for a travesty.
What fires me, flames me is hitting the stage, getting on the mic and speaking out my heart and singing it out and screaming it out, howling it out, rapping it out, whatever feels right. What I like to do is I love writing music at the moment, and I love putting dance to it, choreographing movement, and traveling throughout different parts of Australia, empowering people that aren't feeling as strong in their life, and helping them find their own individual love for themselves if they haven't got that like I've found, because I've found a really nice love for me, and in that love for myself, it's up to me to help others find that as well, because it's important, and I believe every reason to exist. Yeah, I go through hard shit quite a lot in my life. Spiral, the great spiral. My mind will start attaching to an emotion, and it feeds off it. It's like an addiction. And so if I can cut before the spiral and put it into something and allow myself to allow the emotion to not cut it off, allow the spiral to happen, but actually give it reason and love around it. So put on a song or put on a thing that helps that emotion move through me, and dance. I mean, dancing it out or singing it out or rapping it out is a natural human form of release. Breath. After everything that I just said, breath is my number one advice. Breathe and breathe and breathe, and let the thoughts and everything go by like clouds. It's so within, so without. Being so with, if so without is you're whinging about this, whinging about that, then something on the inside needs work. So you go work on that on the inside, and then on the outside you might be able to see it. Something as simple as traffic. Just turn a good music on or something, and use your traffic time as a reflection time or a podcast time or a chill time. It's only yourself that's the problem. So you can always break through those things by being more than what you have become, and knowing that you are enough. You, just by yourself, are enough. Bare naked, that's all you need. You don't need this material shit. You are everything that you need. Just live like you're dead. Let it go, have fun, embark in places that you haven't been before, and know that fear, false evidence appears real. Yeah, false evidence appears real. It's all bullshit. It's all BS. Just kick on. Rock it.
Well, this is interesting times for a majority of people in the sporting world, including myself. As you guys know, I help with the strength and conditioning. I help a good friend of mine, Luki Shrama, with the strength and conditioning of one of the BRL teams here in Brisbane. And so, due to the incident that's taken place, this pandemic of a virus that's going around, we've been forced to stop all sporting events, and one of them including rugby league. You know, we've just spent the last 3.5, 4 months preparing these guys for the season, only to find out that right before the season, we've had to stop the season. And all sporting events have been cancelled. So, you know, and that's a great lesson in itself. You know, you could always prepare for things, and when the day comes, you know, to deliver your performance, you know, circumstances out of your control may affect you. But nonetheless, you know, a group of boys decided to be dedicated and remain committed to staying fit while the game has been paused. You know, they hit me up and say, hey Gideon, we want to, you know, maintain our fitness. So I got some of the boys coming in to do some training, and yeah, put them through a bit of a session, put them through what I go through, so that they can still maintain that high level of fitness. Because Lord knows, man, what I do ain't no walk in the park, baby. Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching in another episode. This week's been an interesting week with the whole virus and this, that, and the other going around. You know, someone in my profession, being a personal trainer, my job requires me to be intimate with my clients. So it has scared some people off. So it's me going back to the drawing board and seeing how else I can survive and maintain some sort of income at the same time doing my studies. You know, and it's a great lesson to be learnt there, guys, especially when something out of your control takes place and it affects how the flow of your life goes. Not to lose your mind in the moment, but as Trevor says, to sit in the emotion and allow it to go through you. You know, and that's I nearly lost it this week, but you know, I'm surrounded by good people, you know, the likes of Travis and many others, but it's that whole idea, something out of your hands will affect your flow of life and the way things are going. And just remembering that you every day have to still get up and contribute to your growth, to your development, and never falter, never cower, never bend to any circumstance, but always putting in the good fight and staying in that fight and constantly turning up and discovering that you are more than what you have become, you are more than what happens to you.